Hello my 420 Spot family. In the news today. A bill decriminalizing psilocybin and funding research is passed by the Oklahoma House and sent to the Senate. Legislation decriminalizing low-level possession of psilocybin and promoting research into its therapeutic potential passed the Oklahoma House of Representatives on Monday and was sent to the Senate. With a 62-30 vote, Representative Daniel Pai's bill passed the chamber. A month ago, it passed the House Public Health Committee. One of two psilocybin reform bills filed in Oklahoma's House in January was sponsored by the GOP. One of them is less far-reaching in that it does not provide for decriminalization, and it is more focused in its research guidelines. On the House floor, however, a move to turn Pai's legislation into an emergency clause fell 2 votes short of passing. As long as the Senate follows suit and the governor signs the bill, it will go into effect within 180 days of enactment. A $400 fine would be imposed on people in possession of up to 1.5 ounces of psilocybin, according to the proposal of the 26-year-old lawmaker. Representative Logan Phillips, R., the sponsor of the separate psilocybin research bill who has been working with Rep. Pai on the complementary legislation, said on the floor that an amendment was adopted on the floor, but it was purely technical and meant to clean up language at the request of state health officials. Research institutes would be explicitly authorized to use psilocybin for studies on 10 different conditions, including post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, severe depression, and opioid use disorder, under Pai's proposal to streamline the study of the substance. HB 3414 offers Oklahoma the chance to do something about suicides among our veterans and others with mental health issues unaffected by other treatments, said Chris Moe, an advocate who has fought for support for the bill at the Capitol. As they learn about how this can benefit their constituents, it's great to see it pass the House, he said. I am looking forward to helping to educate the state Senate about this issue and working to get it on the governor's desk. Oklahoma has the opportunity to lead the nation in mental health treatment. Research institutes would be required to get a license from the State Department of Health for the purposes of growing, studying, processing, and/or dispensing psilocybin-containing fungi and other naturally occurring sources, or for studying, extracting, synthesizing, and/or dispensing psilocin or psilocybin, according to the bill text. A written certification is required for people participating in psilocybin clinical trials. If violators conduct studies without a license, participate in trials without certification, or possess psilocybin outside of the confines of research, they will be fined a maximum $400 without the threat of jail time. There has been no hearing on Phillips' other Oklahoma psychedelics research bill. In an earlier interview, Phillips expressed his support for the policy change despite the fact that the bill is more dialed down than Pai's by excluding the decriminalization provision. According to him, both measures are likely to be approved by the conservative legislature, noting that a bill that requires Texas to conduct research on psychedelics for veterans passed last year. In Phillips's proposal, universities and research institutes would be authorized to carry out studies into the therapeutic potential of psilocybin for veterans of the military and Oklahoma National Guard who suffer from major depressive disorder, severe depression, or any other form of depression or anxiety that cannot be adequately treated by conventional medicine. It would still be necessary for the studies to be approved by the Federal Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA. The studies that are facilitated by Phillips and Pai's bill may be able to demonstrate that psilocybin is a therapeutic substance, and Phillips said he could absolutely imagine Oklahoma establishing a medical program for the psychedelic, as Oregon has done, which is underway. Oklahoma's House vote is just the latest example of how state lawmakers are following the tide of local decriminalization efforts that have taken place across the country. Among the bills, Rhode Island lawmakers introduced one that would authorize doctors to prescribe psilocybin and buprenorphine. Thank you for watching this video by my420spot.com.